Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to all the Matrix University subscribers tuning in. You are appreciated. In this video, we are going to discuss the Matrix comic, Burning Hope. This is your official spoilers warning. And if this is your first time down here or you want to know everything about the Matrix universe, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any yellow-pilled content. Burning Hope was written and illustrated by John Van Fleet. His previous work includes Batman the Chalice, Batman and Poison Ivy Cast Shadows for DC Comics, Typhoid for Marvel, and The X-Files for Topps Comics. In the Matrix comic Burning Hope, crew members of an unnamed hovercraft were sent on a mission by the Oracle to find and rescue a gifted child. The story starts with a crew member named 8-Ball approaching the St. George orphanage inside the Matrix, looking for a young potential. Once 8-Ball enters the building, he realizes that the orphanage had very recently been burned. The operator, Sharon, says it's a bit ironic that the orphanage named after St. George was burned down, asking if it was St. George who killed the dragon. This reference is to the legend of St. George, taming and slaying a dragon that demanded human sacrifices. The story goes that the dragon originally extorted tribute from the villagers. When they ran out of livestock and trinkets for the dragon, they started giving up a human tribute once a year. This was acceptable to the villagers until a well-loved princess was chosen as the next offering. St. George then rescues the princess. Sharon tells 8-Ball that she can't find any information online about the fire. 8-Ball is carrying a white rabbit that has a trace program they can use to track the girl inside the Matrix and to find her real-world location. 8-Ball begins to feel paranoid, but says that they've pulled dozens of children before, and it is always a piece of cake. The operator believes that this is a trap and tells 8-Ball to abort the mission while giving him directions to the nearest exit. But it's too late. A voice yells "Burn" from the next room. Sharon explains that 8-Ball was set up by agents to Duncan, who is a crew member on their ship in the real world. Duncan says that the unnamed captain of the ship will return tomorrow. But crewmate Link points out that as long as the White Rabbit tracers are active, the machines could trace it back to the hovercraft in the real world. That's right, you heard me correctly. The crew member's name is Link, and the animated character does have dreadlocks. It is certainly possible that this comic could be the story that inspired the use of that name for the replacement operator of the Nebuchadnezzar in the sequels. Link returns to the orphanage inside the Matrix to trace the signal. Sharon tells him that the signal is on the move and warns of another agent trap. At the same time, Link sees a painting of a white rabbit on the wall signed Hope. He then realizes that the Oracle said, quote, "and the child would be Hope." Link realized that Hope is the girl's name, and that the agents weren't after 8-Ball, the agents are also looking for Hope. Sharon thinks it is too late, but Link is sure the girl is alive and that she knows about the Matrix. Link sees a silhouette of a man in a doorway holding the rabbit. He isn't sure if the man has the girl or just the rabbit, but when he tells the operator that he sees a man with the rabbit, Sharon instructs Link to remote detonate the device. Link loses the visual on the man with the rabbit and runs into an old woman who tells him, "We must go now, the dragons are coming." Now this is where the story takes a turn. Link notices that the old woman is holding the tagged rabbit. Link says, "It's him. She was the guy the whole time. I've never seen this before. I mean, yeah, an agent can, but one of us?" The operator asks Link if he is sure that there weren't two different people in the building. Duncan likens this hack or ability as being similar to a chameleon, but either way, this potential is able to alter her residual self-image to appear as someone else entirely. Suddenly, the agents are on Link's heels, and he shoots his way through the gunfight with the agents up to the roof of the building, where he finds the man holding the tagged rabbit. Link hyperjumps with the 6-foot-tall, 5-year-old to safety, and they exit using a payphone in a nearby pawn shop. By the time the captain returns to the hovercraft, they've located Hope in the real world and introduce her to the captain on the ship. So it took a couple of reads for me to fully wrap my head around the story here, but in summary, the Oracle sends the crew to locate a female child potential that has the ability to alter her RSI. What is interesting though, is that the agents do this as a possession, or in a way that appears to require a host connected to the Matrix, where Hope does this in a way that is more like that of a shapeshifter. Burning Hope is the only example of this version of the hack in the entire Matrix universe to date. In the Switch Explained video here on this channel, Lily Wachowski explained that the character Switch was originally supposed to be played by both a male and female actor so that the genders could swap between worlds. However, in this Matrix comic, the ability to change residual self-image and gender not only exists between worlds, but within the Matrix itself. I also mentioned that this is the first time we see a character named Link in the Matrix. But if you look closely at his arms in the Matrix Reloaded, he doesn't have any arm plugs. Let me know if you think the link in this story is supposed to be the same link we see in the films and they forgot to add the arm plugs, or if you think it is all just one big coincidence. Don't forget to check out all the Matrix University gear at our Teespring shop. If you appreciate this kind of yellow-pilled content, be sure to share it on other platforms like Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.